Hey, what's going on, guys? The reality is that today, many people are waiting later on in life to get married for a variety of reasons. Maybe sometimes they want to finish school or complete whatever other life goal they had in mind. When you choose to do this, realize that there are other things you need to take into account. You might have to change your expectations on what you're looking for in a spouse. I'm not saying that you should settle. I'm saying that you should modify your expectations based on where you are in life. Because people in their 20s don't think like people in their 30s. So let's say you were 23 and when you got married, you wanted to travel. You wanted to wait 2 years at least before you had children. And that's all well and good. But now you're 33 and people have different things on their minds. So for example, you wanted to wait 2 years to have children. Well, it is a scientific fact that the longer you wait to have children, the more complications that could arise. And so people that you talk to, they might not be willing to wait 2 years. Maybe they'll want to wait 1 year, maybe even 6 months. Who knows? Because they're thinking to themselves that, the longer we wait, the more complications we might have when trying to have children. So that's something you're going to have to keep in mind. Also, you might have thought that you didn't want to marry someone from a particular background because you might have in your mind that, all those people are stubborn, all those people are old-fashioned, and so on. Well, I know several people who've made such statements, and it's kind of funny because a few years later, they end up marrying someone from that exact background that they tried to avoid because they were at a certain age and nothing was really coming in, and so they modified their expectations. Once again, I didn't say settle. Modify your expectations, because what happens a lot of times is people will dismiss someone just because of one trait. I was talking to them and they said they wanted to have children, as soon as possible. And I talked to that person. They wanted, they were from country A, and I don't want to marry anyone from country A. Well, at least get to know them first. I mean, again, you're not going to get everything perfect like you wanted. At least get to know them and see the other qualities, and don't dismiss them just because they come from country A or just because they want to have children a little bit sooner than you want to have children. All right, so we all make our own decisions, right? Just realize that if you choose to wait a little longer to get married, there's no problem. Just realize that there are certain things that you need to take into account when making that decision. Brother Q signing out. Assalamu alaikum.